Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have internet issues, which is a bit concerning. I thought we dealt with it, so I appreciate you for sticking with me. Also had to make a part 2 thumbnail for you all. But let's see, I did post the link to the first part of the reading in case you'd like to see that. A quick summary for you being, we've got somebody who lost their temper, started a fight, and initially I thought it was just like heat of the moment, but it looks to me more so like we have somebody that purposefully let things escalate very quickly because they wanted to avoid some other discussion or some other like emotional responsibility. So I feel like they kind of expected it to end, or that on some level they wanted that ending with the Ten of Swords. It's with that Six of Wands kind of like, yeah, that's what I was hoping you were going to do, because this is just like too much work and I don't want to do all that. But I don't know if that's really working out so great for them. Getting what you want sometimes isn't the best. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Upper Echelon. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm thinking perhaps the internet issues is because they buried I think it's a fiber optic line. So maybe there was an issue with that. So I'll try to figure it out. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And there's also a shiny new join button in case you would like to be a member of the channel. Thank you to all of those that have joined. This is the Cats Rule the Earth. The first 3 cards that I showed you were from that. We've got the King of Cups, Death, and Justice. Yeah, so they felt like it would just be better for things to come to an ending, or for things to kind of like blow up versus having to go through the difficult work of exploring their emotions or talking about a change in behavior or pursuing something more serious with you. So it definitely feels to me like kind of manipulative. Like, I'm not going to express what I'm really concerned about. I'm just going to it's like throw a smoke bomb and then run away, you know? 8 of Wands in the reverse and the 2 of Wands. With the 10 of Pentacles, another 10. Yeah. This is somebody who I think didn't want to do all of the work associated with your friendship or your romantic connection. So they kind of like put together a plan. Like, if I say this or if I do that, then I'm pretty sure you're going to determine that you want something different. And that's probably better because, like, as far as long term, I don't know if I can really do that. I don't know if I can really make that work. For some of you, this could be a person who has been put in the friend zone who would like to pursue something more significant with you. For others of you, this is somebody who has some non-committal energy. And even though they have emotions, they had to like somehow run away. Hello, Johnny. How's it going? You have the Tower in the reverse and the Ace of Swords with the 8 of Cups in the reverse. So bookended by 8s in the reverse. Yeah, I'm not ready for a change. I'm not ready to challenge myself like that. I don't want to go through all that work. So I'll just like start a fight and then, you know, no big deal. But the problem is the universe is turning the tables on this person and saying, okay, but let's see if you miss this person, because it's like you always look how to manipulate the situation, but maybe you've never dealt with a situation where you genuinely care about this person. You may have been the best friend this person ever had, or you may be the love of this person's life, and they are not necessarily being honest with themselves about how much they care about you. It's like they're trying to make it seem easier that they could walk away or forget you or just kind of like focus their attention elsewhere. Hey, Co-Create, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. What's up, Ducks? This is the Beginner's Tarot. Another 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords in the reverse, and the 8 of Swords in the reverse. So this row had 2 8s in the reverse, and this one has 2 8s. Yeah. I like you, or I love you, but it's like so much work to do right by you. I don't know if I'm ready for those high standards. I don't know if I can, consistently tell the truth, or I don't know if I can be loyal. I don't know if I can, whatever, dedicate that much energy to it. They feel like it was inevitably going to not work out. And they wanted to control the situation. It's like, if I feel like it's always going to blow up at some point, like it's going to end, maybe they just felt like, it's a really volatile friendship or love connection. It's like, well, I know it's going to end anyways. So I'm going to like free myself from the anxiety of trying to figure out when, and I'll just do it myself. I'll just blow things up now so I don't have to wonder. That just made me think about Barney Stinson and is it Marshall? And they had a slap bet. I want to say it was wasn't it like a Slapsgiving or Thanksgiving thing? And I don't know exactly what the time frame was, but Barney lost a bet and had to basically fear for like a year or something like that Marshall at any time could just like wham, slap out of him. This is somebody who's like, I don't want to like wait a year wondering when you're going to slap me. I know you're going to leave me. I know you're going to end our friendship, or I know you're going to realize that I can't meet your high standards. So I'll just like blow things up now. I'll just like start a fight now and make sure that, I have control over when things end so that it doesn't hurt as much. Justice in the reverse, the Hermit, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. But they were lying about something. They may have lied about whether or not they loved you. They may have lied about what was really going on, or created some sort of thing that they were mad about because they wanted to go on their own. And then I see on your side, you're like, what was that about? Like, how could I have handled that any differently? Or, why were you so upset? It seems strange, or it's like difficult to crack because there is no real reason they're mad at you. It's that they feel like they can't really offer what you are looking for, at least not long term. So in some strange way, they feel like they're protecting you, protecting themselves, that they're just being practical. That's a valid point. So we have Temperance, Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the Ten of Wands. So even though it may be a little bit painful to lose this person that I care about, or to be at a distance from them, it's at least something that I was prepared for. It didn't like surprise me, right? I was the architect of the ending instead. But it's becoming more and more apparent what kind of blessing or positive energy you put in their life. It's like the whole you don't know what you got till it's gone. They're starting to feel the effects of the distance, and it's more dizzying than they predicted. Chariot, Page of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Communication. I feel like I have to say something. So their big plan was, I'm going to start a fight, and that'll help me avoid having to talk to you about how I feel, or, you know, how maybe we can't really like come to the same agreement, or we're not on the same page, right? Especially if it's a friend zone, you know, issue. Hello, Lemonade. Hello, Skating Disposition. How are we doing? Influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. And second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. I think it's the attachments. I do think that there are influences. So friends or family members that may have made this person feel like pursuing a long-term connection with you, or being friends with you if you don't love them back. They were like, I don't know how to make that work. It's not going to work. They gave up really easily, and now they're starting to realize it was probably just a little bit of insecurity, and they're regretting making such a quick decision on it, because now they want to make amends. Now they want to have another opportunity. Clinging, holding on, obsessing, and spying, and resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, and timid. For some of you, this person never told you that they have emotions for you, and you think it's just a friend who started an argument. You may have suspicions that they would like to be more than friends, but we do have the secret admirer card here. For others of you, we've got somebody who is holding on to your energy, trying to gain access to like updates. You know, maybe they've got access to your social media, but they are obsessing over what's going on, and they may be concerned that somebody else is crushing on you, or they're just suppressing their own emotions for you, trying to. Curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind, boundaries, no, drawing the line, and enough, and conflict. Yeah. So because they expected things to end poorly, they know that you have respect for yourself, and that you do have confidence if you need to place boundaries, or, you know, push someone out of your life, you do that. They didn't want you to be in charge of that. They didn't want you to push them out. They wanted to have control over that timing. So they created a conflict. They did something to start this fight, and they knew what the risk was. It's kind of the way they wanted it to go. This is the Noisy Tarot. Medium, Lemonade, like middle of the road. Five of Pentacles, Death. So before you could leave me, I left you. Eight of Wands, and the Two of Wands in the reverse. I said something and I regret it. I should have known it was a dumb plan, or I should have known that there was a different way to approach this that would have been more mature. They feel regretful now. They feel they made a mistake. That wasn't the best way to handle that. Another Justice in the reverse. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Swords. So they basically feel like they've trapped themselves by starting this argument with you. They feel like it was impulsive and not very forward thinking. Like they didn't really think it through. They just like kind of decided, I'm going to start an argument and then it'll just be done. but they feel like they trap themselves. Seven of Wands, Magician in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So they feel like even though they got what they wanted, they didn't get what they wanted. It's like it's backfiring on them, or they didn't really anticipate how it would make them feel. Now they want to defend or fight for this friendship, or probably more likely a romantic connection, but they feel like there's no amount of love bombing or romance or apology that would address the little stink they threw, the little pity party or the little argument that they decided they really wanted to start. I feel like they made you look at them as kind of lame. Thank you, Upper Echelon. I appreciate that. Strength in the reverse, Queen of Swords. Yeah. Your boundaries scared me, or the standards, the fact that you know your own worth, it terrified me. So I started an argument with you, or I crossed the line because I feel better about being in control of the ending, knowing that it was going to happen at any time. Because like, I know I'm not good enough, or I know that you're not going to be interested in me, or, you know, that sparkle in your eye is going to go away. This is What's the News. Yeah, at what point do they stop being second chances? Welcome to your 79th chance. Would you require a beverage while you wait? We've got tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady and sneaking around, and black sheep, rebelling, going against expectations, and defying norms. They may have felt like things were really, like there was a lot of chemistry, there's a deep connection there, but that if you really got to know who they were, that you wouldn't approve of all their choices or the things that they've done in their past. So rather than kind of pretend to be someone else or try to hide that part of them, it was like easier in their mind to just end things between the two of you. So I think they started this fight to make sure that you would be done with them. I'm going to make you really angry so that you walk away, and then I can like get back to whatever I was doing before, because then I'll know you're not an option anymore. Reading up, doing the research, learning more, gaining insight, but they keep looking information up on you, or they keep trying to find out what you're up to or how you feel. Hello all around, how are you doing? We've got graduation day, and I feel like this is about you letting go of this. I think you've given multiple chances or been very patient with this person. And this last argument really tipped the scale towards, I don't think I want to deal with this anymore. This is the Overthinker's Oracle. What else do we have? Unfaithful cheater. They had concerns about being committed, but they also wanted to leave their toxic karmic lifestyle behind. This is part of why we have some hesitation or some indecisive energy. They went back to this old life, tried to forget about you, and whatever was waiting for them, it was a downgrade. Probably more so a romantic thing. But this could also be somebody who's, you know, not sure they can be friends with you because of how you approach life. Now they're realizing that it was a trick, or they feel like they should have seen the right choice all along was to do right by you. Good karma. I'm going through a spiritual awakening. They've definitely had some not so great decisions in their past. Who is perfect? Find me one person who's perfect. I'm not going to wait because I'm going to be hungry in a little bit, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to find anyone who's perfect. They may feel like you are very close to perfect. They may feel that it's a long shot for them to be like worthy of you because they know you know your worth. But they're going through this spiritual awakening finally after kind of I don't know, how do I phrase this? Like pushing it, risking it really being over. I think most of you would be like, what are you talking about? That person isn't like missing me or thinking nice things. Like last time I saw them or last time I talked to them, they were a total jerk to me. But they dream about making things right between you and having a loving connection. I love you so much, though I never expressed it. I feel terrible for ghosting you and not having the courage to say what needed to be said. Being away from you hurts, and I have so many regrets. Then we have, I'm going to confess everything. So now it's, I guess I can't really avoid that conversation. I guess I can't really forget this person. I should probably make an attempt to do right by this person or make things right. Because even though I've made a big mess of it, and even though there's a chance this person doesn't want to hear from me, I have to like at least try. Hi, Third Eye. How are you doing? I know, right? It's totally unfair. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Don't worry, I'll be back for another one. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and for just being awesome in general. And I'll see you on the next reading. Doodles.